در قسمت برنامه از خانم شکریا ندا، یکی از پیشروان فعال مدنی و فعال هزاره دعوت می‌کنیم که تشریف بیارن و سخنانشان را برایتان تقدیم کنند. خانم شکریا ندا.
من جای پای سبز تو را سجده میکنم. من جای پای سبز تو را سجده میکنم. دستار بیریای تو را ای امام صبح وقت نماز صبح سجاده میکنم. به نام خدا و سلام بر 22 هود. سلام بر 22 هود، کرنش ذلیلانه ظالم در مقابل مظلوم، میقاتگاه برابری طلبی و فزونخواهی، لحظه به مصاف رفتن اعتدال و افراطیت و اوج تقابل عزت و عزت. سلام بر مزاری، سلام بر مزاری، تندیس افتخار، شهامت اعتراض، غرور عصیان و شایسته فریاد. سلام بر مزاری، خالق غرور و عزت یک تاریخ، تاریخ خالی از اسطوره، تاریخ دوری از رهبر و تاریخ سراسر مرثیه و حسرت و آه. آره، سلام بر مزاری، تجسم زنده آیه این الله لا یغیر ما بقوم حتی یغیر ما بانفسهم. سلام بر ابوذر، سلام بر شفیع، سلام بر علیداد و سلام بر ضحاک، آنانی که با آرمان انسانگونه زیستن فرهیخته شدند و چنان که دیدند انسانیتشان با انسانهای دیگر سرزمینشان تفاوت دارد، از آزادی گفتند، آزاده زیستند و در راه خریدن این آرمان بزرگ از جان هم گذشتند. پس 22 بود 27مین سالگشت شهادت مزاری بزرگ بر تمام آنانی که مزاری را به مثابه بلندترین فریاد عدالت خواهی در تاریخ افغانستان میپندارند تبریک و تسلیت باد. آره، 22 بود تبریک است، چون در این روز میلیون ها انسان در سراسر جهان در مکتب مزاری درس عدالت و برابری خواهی می آموزند و با آرمان‌های مزاری که عدالت است و برابری و رواداری است قاطع تعهد می‌بندند. 22 هود تبریک است، چون این روز عدالت طلبی را به عنوان سبزترین سند افتخار از یک سال و یک نسل گرفته به سال و نسل دیگر منتقل می‌کند. اما 22 هود تسلیت است، زیرا در این روز عدالت آفتابی ترین سفیرش را قبل از طلوع و دست غروب می‌سپارد. 22 هود تسلیت است، زیرا در این روز یکی از بامدادی ترین اسطوره های برابری خواهی جهان به ابدیت می‌پیوندد. The respected audiences, Abdul Ali Mazari, Hazara's most dedicated leader, has fought for national unity, minorities' rights, especially Hazaras who have been historically deprived of their fundamental rights and systematically suffered from discrimination and genocide. Sadly, on March 13, 1995. He and a group of justice defenders were invited to a peace negotiation session by the Taliban, but instead were abducted, tortured, and were executed. These courageous people have not only fought for Hazaras' rights, but also for the fulfillment of peace, freedom, justice, and social equality. Thus, today is not only a day to remember and commemorate their memories, but also an opportunity to review their thoughts and use them how to strategically plan our future. Therefore, today I want to talk about cultural rights, protection of human rights, and peace building in Afghanistan, for the fulfillment of which our leader fought and lost his life. Cultural rights are the base of human rights, which has been emphasized in international documents of human rights as well. For example, according to Article 27 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, everyone has the right to freely participate in the cultural rights of the community, to enjoy the arts, and to share in scientific advancement and its benefit. Accordingly, based on Article 15 of International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, the use of these rights has been emphasized and is obligated the states to provide the required facilities to practice these rights. Cultural heritage are the main pillars of human cultural rights. That's why international documents obligate the maintenance and development of cultural monuments as one of the essential commitments for the states. Preservation and restoration of cultural heritages help the progress of tourism industry and assist people to have a prepared job, dignified life, enjoying social insurance and other human rights. The respected audiences, since 2013, I have been advocating for restoring one of the Bamiyan's Buddha statues, which the Taliban destroyed in March 2001. I wrote a scheme titled "To Afghanis Donation for Bamiyan Statues Restoration," which is submitted to UNESCO, ISISCO, and the previous government of Afghanistan. On that scheme, I have suggested restoring one of the statues based on public donation. I believe that collecting crowdfunding on a national base could establish a vast national dialogue. However, when I practically began work with public, with the strong support and messages that I have received from different ethnic groups in Afghanistan, I realized that cultural heritages are themselves peace and reconciliation. Because they are the most common points among all Afghans. And I still cherish these meaningful, peaceful, and tremendous commonalities that can be used as a powerful tool for peace building and conflict resolution in Afghanistan. Military investment cannot be a solution to attain peace, as proved during the last 20 years of war as well. More specifically, to establish a tangible solution for the current situation in Afghanistan, the strategic view from the military approach should transfer to a cultural concept. In other words, if you want to find a sustainable resolution to restrain war and violence in Afghanistan, the strategy regarding the current war should be changed from the military to a cultural and historical vision. It is evident that war and violence in Afghanistan is rooted in various internal and external factors. However, still the lack of cultural programs, a lack of a vast national dialogue is a massive gap there. Additionally, Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic society where different social groups live with different cultures, interests, and historical antecedents who have been away from each other due to war and conflict and have no mutual concept and understanding of each other. These diverse ethnic could be gathered under a vast cultural union. This broad cultural umbrella can be cultural heritages, since they proudly carry common values, history, identity, and memories of all Afghans. Yet, the Taliban, those who not only killed heroes, leaders, and hundreds of innocent people, but also destroyed humankind's values, historical glories, and cultural heritages, those who are standing at the center of the darkest moment in the history of Afghanistan are back to power. Seemingly, the situation in Afghanistan and the future of cultural right is in a hollow of ambiguity and doubt. At the same time, while people have no physical security, we never know what will happen to the culture and to the heritage tomorrow. In conclusion, I can say that maintenance, restoration, and development of cultural heritages helps to protect human rights. Furthermore, they are a powerful tool for peace building and conflict resolution, because cultural heritages are the most common point among all Afghans that potentially can establish a national dialogue and gather people under a vast cultural umbrella. Thank you so much.
از صحبت‌های خانم شکریه ندا و در ضمن تلاش‌هایشان در طول یک دهه اخیر در مورد ترمیم و حفظ میراث فرهنگی افغانستان، به خصوص میراث فرهنگی هزاره‌ها، کمال تشکر و قدردانی می‌کنیم.